prematurely. Okay, is it gonna work now? Maybe. At least I can see it. Okay. Having problems starting the game here. That didn't do the right thing. Okay. In task. I think I'll just keep that that open. See if it's got any updates maybe. Maybe that's my jam. It appears to be up to date. Try it again. Gonna get some server issue, I bet. If it even starts. There we go. Problem occurred. I have found the following recommendation to work. Keep Steam open, minimized on the taskbar is fine, but run the game from the eocapp.exe file in the Steam folder. Run it as administrator and make it a shortcut icon for the desktop. That will bypass the server connection problem and load the game quickly. While keeping Steam running will enable you to receive achievements, etc. Okay. Well, okay. Looks like the game's loading. See if it freaks out at the menu again. Create. This is a role-playing game, so I'm gonna go with the Remendium instead of the money. Looks pretty. If that's the way the game looks, it's gonna look really good. Options. Audio. Let's see. Typically, I'll keep a game about 65. Just so I can talk over it and you can hear me. Aw, yeah, 165. I full screen this bad boy? Let me try it. No VSync. No frame cap. Quality. Ultra. We're just gonna go balls to the walls on everything here. Okay. Game Master. Oh, I bet that's if I want to compose a quest. Oh, so that is open to the modders. That's good. I'm sure there's some must-have add-ons that I don't have. I've never played one of these before. I never played Divinity, I guess Original Sin 1. Or maybe if there was a Divinity before that, I haven't played any of them. This will be my first. Played a lot of Warcraft. And I'm the kind of guy who did not get into the lore. I just clicked through all the dialogues and accepted the quests. And so this will be the complete opposite of that, I'm guessing. Explorer mode, classic mode, tactician mode, honor mode. Is this like a difficulty? We'll just go with classic. The classic experience. You'll need your wits about you both in and out of combat. Tactician mode. The foes you'll meet will be cunning and relentless. They'll bombard you with nasty tricks and surprises that Explorer and Classic modes don't feature. Not for the faint. Failure is not an option. Up the stakes by adding but a single save game to the already highly challenging Tactician mode. If your entire party perishes, the save game will be erased and your quest will be well and truly over. Definitely not that one. Let's just go classic. I haven't played one of these before, so I don't feel too badly about that. Although my gamer side wants to do tactician. You can select an origin character or create a custom hero. Okay. The Dwarves are fiercely nationalistic, followers of the Queen. Their proud society reveres Source and its class base deeply divided between haves and have-nots. Oh, class base, not like mage and hunter, but like haves and have-nots. Gotcha. Makes sense. Sturdy, dwarven guile. And I assume Source is like mana. Or magic. Elegant and long-lived, elves are skilled sorcerers. Memory is a keystone of elven culture. You can absorb memories by consuming the flesh of others. Corpse eater, ancestral knowledge. Adaptable, expansionist, and superstitious, humans are the dominant race of Revelon? Civil wars have ravaged their lands, but not their authority. See, not played it before. Don't even know how the lands pronounce. Thrifty. Lizard. Lizards of the ancient empire are cultured aristocrats. Source adepts who follow rules of law. Outsiders see their society as elitist. Lizards see outsiders as servants. Pompous bastards. Undead dwarf. Undead elf, undead human, undead lizard, beast. Origin characters have rich personal background stories that allow you to experience the full extent. Ah! So is this character's name Beast? Your failed rebellion against the queen nearly destroyed you. So you began a new life of the high seas. Now your old enemy is back. If you don't stop her, no one will. Fane. You woke up and your world was gone, the last of your kind. You hide behind a charmed mask, searching for the truth about a history that no one knew existed. Ifan ben Mezd. Sure that's correct. A crusader in Lucian's army, you lost your faith as war claimed countless innocents. Now you're a lone wolf mercenary. Your mission? Kill Lucian's son. Oh, she looks dope. You're a musician, performer, star, and host to all manner of disembodied visitors. Now one dark voice has silenced them all, and aims to claim your body for itself. Los? The Red Prince. You're infamous, a brilliant warrior general exiled from his empire for cavorting with demons. Fallen from grace, you refuse to give up. The throne will be yours again. I think I'm going to do one of these origin stories. Sabi. A slave no longer, you still bear the living scar your master used to dominate you. He turned you into an assassin, made you hunt your own kin. Now you hunt him. I like that story. It's like the Gladiator story. Ish. Well, yeah, actually. Emperor made him into an assassin. Dwarf. Custom. Okay. Those are the origins. I usually roleplay with chicks. I don't know why. I don't know why. I just do. I like her story, but she's creeping me out.
All my life, I've been a performer, a musician, beloved and celebrated by all. But I have a secret. I'm also a playground for sprites and spirits and worse. The voice that rings inside me now is darker than any that came before. Almost caused a bunch of my fans to rip each other to pieces. But you can trust me. I've got this under control. Step 1. Find out who or what is trying to take control of my mind. Step 2. Make it sorry it ever tried.
Oh, don't stare. How would you look after eons in some ghastly crypt? Your people are rather prone to death. Mine are not. Yet when I emerged from my completely unjustified imprisonment, I found them gone. Our culture forgotten. Any trace of the world I knew all but obliterated. I must even hide my true face beneath an ever-shifting mask for fear you savages will attack me. That is how I wander this strange world. Trying to uncover the truth about a history you primitive people never even knew existed.
You primitive people. He's kind of an ass, but I might do that.
Once I was a crusader for the Divine Order. I pledged my life to Lucian the Divine. The war changed everything. He sent me to save the elves I grew up amongst. I arrived too late. Lucian ordered the use of death fog against the Black Ring, annihilating everyone I once knew in the process. Now I'm a mercenary killer, one of the infamous Lone Wolves. And my next target is none other than Lucian's own son.
Nothing's just like grabbing me. Yet. So far I think I'm gonna be, is it Fane? The undead guy?
Kept under the thumb of the master. The bastard that made me hunt down my own kin. How did he do that, you ask? With the living scar you see on my cheek, this horror that takes no more than a song sung by Master Dearest to control my very thoughts. But now the tables have turned. I broke my shackles. And when I finally find him, I will make the Master sing a very different kind of song.
Okay, we're gonna be the elf. Although this rib ab thing she's got going on is, it's definitely interesting. Witch, wizard, battle mage, cleric. Assume that's a healer of some sort. Conjurer, fighter, inquisitor, knight. Good grief. Pinned down. Crippled. Fossil strike. Survivalist and practitioner of magic, the Wayfarer is hard to hit, even harder to evade. Intimidating presence whose bone-chilling powers terrify fiend and foe alike. Chloroform. Crowd control. Scholar of magic, specialized in starting and ending battles with a flick of the wrist. Exacting swift victory from a safe distance. That's, the other class had that too. Flaming daggers. Amplifies brute strength with powerful magic. Well, okay, obviously. Heals allies. I'm playing solo, so I don't think I want to do that. Demons. Enchanter. Turn the tide of battle from afar, manipulating foes with powerful magic. Brutal warrior, an expert in close combat. A shoreward battering ram, bloodsucker. Character consumes blood surfaces around them, restoring vitality. The more blood, the more they'll be healed. That could be useful. Rally troops. Again, I'm playing solo. I think there's a party aspect to this, so I'm going to have other characters. So like this wouldn't be pointless, I don't think, but chicken claw. It actually says squawk. Okay, that's like a sheep. Then yeah, I'm gonna relate everything back to Warcraft, because that's what I know. Nope. Nope. I think Inquisitor. I think that's the winner for me. It's pretty awesome armor. I like it. Yes. 20 minutes in, I've made my character. It's going to be one of those games. I don't usually play these kind of games. I usually play shooters, but I wanted something different. Kill some time here. And this is certainly different.
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the Magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared. And sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead, I became part of their story.
Artwork is great. Oh. Please don't mess up. Okay. Is that me? I'm trying not to talk over the story parts, by the way.
Ugh. What a dismal way to wake. In the belly of the beast. Let's see if I can grope my way out.
Interesting choice of words, okay. 5 new journal updates. Log. Click anywhere on the ground or hold left mouse button to continually begin exploring. Day 1, Sabi. Is it Sabi? We'll go with that. Journeyed to the ill-omened island of Fort Joy in search of a lizard dreamer called Singtail. Well, stop it. Press hold middle mouse button while dragging to rotate the camera. I really zoom in or out with the scroll. Lizard dreamer called Singtail, the one who cut my slave scar into my cheek. I seek to be rid of it so I can hunt down my former master without having to fear his enslaving me once more. The Magisters, Day 1, 903. Though he is a sorcerer and wears a source collar, Bishop Alexander continues to lead the Divine Order. As he is the son of Lucian, I've heard that name already, and it is widely assumed he will succeed him as the next Divine. Chapter 1, also Day 1, 903, Lucian the Divine, champion of the 7 gods and savior of Rivellon. Riveon? We'll find out, I'm sure. Is dead. He sacrifices himself to defeat the forces of the Void, leaving his son Alexander to preside over the next chapter of Riveon's history. But Lucian's sacrifice did not buy peace. Instead, the years that followed were plagued by menace of Voidwoken. These beasts were drawn to source magic and left death and destruction in their wake. Incapable of wielding the divine powers that his father had at his disposal, Alexander has resorted to harsher measures in order to stop the Voidwoken. A great pogrom has commenced against sorcerers. I don't know any of the vernacular here. Those who show the most skill in manipulation of source. Encouraged by his most trusted advisor, Dallas, Alexander has decreed that all sorcerers must be resettled in isolated colonies where they cannot pose a threat to the rest of Rivellon. Go with Rivellon for now. One such colony is the ancient island stronghold Fort Joy. It is to this place that I, a captive sorcerer, am being sent. The Merryweather. Troubled waters. We are sorcerers being transported to Fort Joy, an ancient fortress on a remote island where Magisters of the Divine Order Have established an internment camp. Okay, that sounds pleasant. The collar, Sabi. I am bound by a magical collar that cannot be removed. Map fills as I go. Read past dialogues, okay. Okay, I like that. Oh, this is very board game. Has a very board game feel. Just because of that. And the fact that you can see the edges of it.
What a well of knowledge this tome is. Dallas is such a dear lending it to me.
How close can we get here? Level 1. Attack. Straight up attack her.
Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs.
Magister Siwan, Magister William.
You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
You pull the thing around your neck futilely, demand to know why she collared you, outlaw. Look around warily and wonder what damnable dungeon you ended up in this time, scholar. Amused that by the room shape you can tell that you're on the Lucian-class frigate, but why? Take your leave. I want this collar off, so...
Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those source spells of yours? See what happens.
Sabi, why? Okay. You recall the power of the building inside you. Recall the power building inside you. Oh. Ah. Good at reading. You recall the power building inside you. The breaking of your shackles, the fury setting you free. Unleash it. She might be playing a trick. Don't do it. Yeah, I don't know where I am. I agree with that.
Oh, do go on. I won't hold it against you. Promise.
Shake your... I don't trust you.
My, aren't we a meek little lamb? Perhaps I needn't have collared you at all, though it does look darling on you. So let's just leave it on, shall we? Because, to answer your question, what the collar does is this. It makes you unable to cast swords.
Yeah, we kind of figured that out. Thank you.
For your own peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's.
Look around warily. Okay, yeah. I assume these are trees of, like, character quality that we can move down. Let's try Scholar.
Why? Because we're at sea, of course, and have been for several days.
Index fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative.
Give me more.
Oh well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is that...
Oh, dang it. Oh, crap. Did it just mess up? Ah, damn it. Yep. Okay. I need to figure out something for that. God dang it. Well, live and learn, I suppose. Actually, I'm going to leave my task manager open. Because it seems like I'm needing it a lot here. Maybe if I go to a borderless window, it'll stop doing that. Mm-hmm. 2. I don't know what that means. Left click will allow you to destroy broken barrels. Continue. I think I'm going to have to go through that dialogue again. Alright, I need to put it on borderless, see what happens. Yeah. Fake full screen. I like that. Okay. Okay, good. Can I play audio in background? Yeah, I can. Okay, fantastic. Now I can interact with things on my other monitor and not completely screw up the game. Okay, gonna blow through this here.
Ah, you're up. Yes. Looks like that collar fits you snugly enough there. In the meantime, you'll find him on the other side of this deck. Why, for
You
my
collar
peace
me,
of mind,
don't
of
do
course.
it, we don't trust her.
So let's just leave for your own peace of
Scholar,
mind.
continue.
Index fingers pressed.
My word. Oh well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is that we're en route to Fort Joy.
Yeah, I know that because I read the journal.
A new life awaits. And if you're a particularly good girl, perhaps a cure as well. An end to Source. For good.
Okay.
No marks, no indications of a struggle.
So I need to go find Magister William?
Gods, there's...
A young magister stands pale and silent. Her knuckles whiten around her weapon as you pass.
No,
Behind the magister, a bloodied mass lies in a heap. Gore and limbs lie at odd angles. You can't make out a face amid the mess.
There's been a murder. A sorcerer was killed by one of your own. Lucky you were busy getting your collar fitted at the time, or you'd be a suspect like the rest of them.
So you're telling me a prisoner killed a prisoner?
Waters is investigating. She'll figure out who did it. Always does.
Always
I'm
does.
surprised. You're one of them. You know what sorcerers are capable of? Whoever did this found a way around their collar and killed a man. Small ones this time, thank the gods.
Small ones. So there is a way around the collar.
We'll find out who did it, one way or another.
Let's investigate. Maybe we can figure out how to...
Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this.
Inform her that she wasn't this man's protector, she was his captor. She probably knows. Ask why she's letting you so close to the crime scene. For all she knows, you could be the killer. Well, that's... I don't like either of those. I want to help so I can figure out how to get around my collar, right? But I don't want to put it in her mind that I'm the killer. But also don't want to insult her.
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time.
Oh.
Didn't even stir.
She's got my alibi.
You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course.
Shrug and say maybe you can. You're a sorcerer. Tell her that that's a trick you haven't quite mastered. Ask her if she's investigating her fellow magisters as well. One of them could have... Okay. Let's do
Finn
that.
was killed by Source. If a Magister could do that, there wouldn't be a Magister.
So magisters have no magic. Okay.
It looks more like a passenger managed to slip their collar. And the rest, well, you see the evidence in front of you.
How did they slip their collar? That's what we want.
Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up in front of a uniform. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that?
Ask her for more money. I don't want to keep up my end of the bargain here, but I do want to keep her trusting me.
Thanks. I just want to catch whoever did this before they hurt anyone else. So, anything interesting for me? Right. Yes, this is a rare kind of magic. I'll need to write to headquarters right away.
This tome is. Dallas is such a dear lending it to me.
Okay. Time to go play other games. I like this. I need to come back to this. This is going to take a very long time to play. Can I just save it whenever I want, I assume?